Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. My name is Caroline and today is day 18 of my 31-day YouTube upload challenge. I'm trying to find the right angle, but from wherever I position the camera, light is coming in, so I'm just going to be bathing in light in this video. I am at my favorite coffee spot here in this part of Costa Rica. I just ordered a golden milk. Again, let me show you what it looks like. Look at this. Oh my God. Ooh. Yeah, so about to get into this. And for today's conversation, honestly, I don't know. Let's just let inspiration flow today. Okay, so today something unexpected happened. And yeah, you know what? Let's make the conversation about that. When you have certain expectations, or okay, no, not expectations, more like you had a clear idea in your head about something that you desired to manifest, but then wherever you were pointing your finger at, like a specific aspect of whatever it is you desire to manifest, changes. And now you're like, kind of like back at the drawing board, but in a way. So okay, so one of my plans for later in the year is to run my yoga retreats. And I had a specific place in mind, like a specific place in mind where I wanted to host the first one. But this morning I got news that the place is rented out for 2024, so it will not be possible to run the retreat there. Okay, my bad. A lot of people just showed up, so, and they were talking, there was a baby, so I figured, okay, I'm not gonna keep filming. I'm already have a lot of competition for sound, for the noises and all that, so I wanted to wait, and not even 5 minutes after they sat down, they left. So here we are. Okay, so like I was saying, the place where I specifically wanted to run my first retreat, I just found out they're not necessarily available. I say necessarily, even though he told me for 2024 they're not going to run retreats there. I thought, well, okay, maybe I say necessarily because who knows, the universe might open up doors where we think it would not, such as now when people showed up and I thought, okay, I'll stop filming. And I thought it would have been nice to just, do my video and, record it in one shot. But then I just moved on to something else, and 5 minutes later they left. If people just sit down at a coffee shop, you think they're going to be there for a while, but no, not even. So same principle, maybe the doors will reopen for that specific space that I had in mind for my first retreat. Now, here's the thing, here's the kicker. When I consciously manifest something, I see it in my mind's eye. I imagine it. I use all my senses. I embody it. I pull it into my womb. I breathe life into it. I speak life into it. I pour a lot of love into it. Okay, I water those seeds. All right. But even though in my head I may have a very specific thing in mind, I like to think it's one of two things that's going to happen. One, either it's going to be that very specific thing that's going to manifest, and or two, something better, or something that makes more sense for me at that moment in my life, or it'll make more sense for me at that moment in my life when it manifests in the way that it does, even though it's not exactly as I pictured it. So that's why I'm not frazzled. I'm not thinking, damn, I don't get to do it at that space. Sure, part of me is thinking I was really looking towards that specific place, but maybe there's something that's even better or more appropriate, more that will really correspond with me when I show up, and I'll know for a fact, thinking, thank goodness this happened here, because I wouldn't have met this person, these people, I wouldn't have had these connections or been able to do this type of networking, or realizing this new thing, or finding this new space in the world where you can run retreats and it has everything that I need. Maybe there's more ease to be at that space. It's I don't know, anything. It could be anything, but I just trust life. I trust the universe and how it presents things to me when I plant those seeds. And like Costa Rica right now, I did not think for 1 second I'd be here where I'm at, doing what I'm doing. I knew I wanted to do what I'm doing, and I knew I wanted it to be in a space, in a tropical type space. I knew what type of energy I desired to be in every day at work. So concerning my colleagues and the type of people who show up, or the type of people that I deal with, I knew what type of energy I desired to deal with. And even though in my head I was thinking, oh, it'd be nice if it happened at this particular location, life made it so that it was here, that it's happening here. And when I showed up, I thought, oh my God, I'm in the perfect space for exactly everything that I asked for. And I never would have imagined Costa Rica. And yet every box checked, except for the specific location, which I'm not mad at, because where I'm at, I just know in my heart of hearts I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be at this very moment, to learn what I want to learn, to experience what I want to experience. So just trusting that even when things don't show up exactly how you envision them, I like to see it that way. We can see 20 feet ahead of us, or 50 feet ahead of us, let's say, or even 100 feet. When I put my glasses on, I can see far, okay? Well, at least a clear vision of what's far. So let's say you can see 100 feet ahead of you with your own two eyes. But the eye that's deeper within, I call it the first eye. People call it the third eye, call it the first eye. I'd rather see with this eye first and this set of eyes second. Either you see it as your first eye, from your first eye, or you can think your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors of light, or the universe, divine consciousness, whatever you call it. But let's say, for the sake of this conversation, we call it divine consciousness, or your angels. Your angels can see, while you see 100 feet ahead, they can see 100 light years ahead of you. Let me take a sip of my golden milk after saying that. Let that sink in. While you see 100 feet ahead, they see 100 light years. That's far. So, who do you trust more? You, with your own thoughts, your own beliefs, and whatever perception you see everything through, or your angels, divine consciousness, your spirit guides, your ancestors of light, who can see 100 light years ahead of you? I personally trust the cosmic forces, okay? So when this showed up, I trusted, okay, it's not at the exact location I desired or that I intended, but somewhere in my spirit, I know I'm open, because it's either exactly what I'm thinking, imagining, embodying, or it's something that makes more sense, that's better for me, for my personal growth and evolution, and also for all the people that I'm going to meet and what they're going to receive from me. It all makes sense for us to be together at that space at that time. So this morning, after I got the news, I thought, zit, damn. But then the next thought was, okay, so if this door is a no, then it means something else is saying yes to me and to the retreats that I'm gonna offer. So now it's just staying open to what will show up. My intention is still out there. I still water it. Now maybe I don't picture it exactly how I did with the specific location, because I had an idea in mind of, I know what it looks like. So that's how I would imagine it when I did my visualizations. But now I keep it open and I play more in my imagination when I think of, okay, where will this retreat, this first official retreat, happen? So staying open to changes and trusting the path as it unravels, even when it's not exactly what you thought of, but I trust that it's exactly what you need, what will make sense for you in your life at that very moment. And that applies to everything. Could apply also with a partner. Let's say you think, oh, I want somebody who's 6'5", smooth skin, and works at this job, does this thing, and has this car, has these different qualities about him, etc., or her. So you design this person in your head, but then life will present someone to you who will check quite a few of those boxes, but maybe not look exactly how you desired. Maybe that person shows up in a different race than what you intended, different height, different career, a different location, anything. But the fundamentals of what you look for in the person that you desire to share your life with, that person checks all those boxes. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna say, no, you're not 6'5", so no bueno? But everything else checks off. But just because that person is 5'11", you dismiss them. That to me makes no sense. To me, you do you, but to me that makes no sense. Even if the person is not exactly that height, or has a certain job, or makes a certain amount of money at this very moment, because that can change. If they have all the fundamentals of what makes a very good person for you to be lovingly in tune with, then hey, go for it. Maybe you should trust the universe. Trust who is presented to you at this moment. So with that, with a career, with where you desire to live, if you want to change locations, anything. Are you open to those changes, even though you had a very specific thing in mind? Is the foundation of what you desire and looking for still there in whatever's been presented to you? And then the little details, the surface stuff, the superficial stuff, those things don't really match. Is it really that bad? I know I want to be in a tropical location, so if it's not at that specific place that's in a tropical region, then it's another space in a tropical region. So that stays the same. I still offer my retreat how I desire to offer it. That doesn't change. So the fundamentals are there. It's just not at that very specific location. So gotta let go of wanting to control how things show up, turn out, and relax, let it go, and trust that whatever will show up for you is exactly for you, makes sense for you at this very moment in your life. And say yes, see what happens. You never know. Okay, on that note, I am going to Fulljoy my golden milk and hop on the laptop, because I'm going to do some research for fun about the possibilities, the infinite possibilities of where I can host my next retreat. Let me know how today's talk resonates with you. Speak your mind in the comments. And on that note, I'll let you go, and I will see you tomorrow.